Hello, Cancers. Welcome into your reading. So glad to have you here. Sending you best wishes for you to have an amazing day today. The energies that I was picking up on from Spirit before starting the recording is that there is some frequencies that are being messed with between you and your higher self. And that's kind of an interesting statement that they made. So let's go ahead and dive deep into the tarot and try to figure out what that is all about. What are they referring to? What is going on in your life that is causing this? See if we can figure out from tarot. Some cards shooting out here already. We have the Nine of Cups. We have Three of Cups. We have Four of Wands. We have the Tower. Knight of Swords. Ten of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Okay. Very interesting energies coming out here. We do have the Tower in play. That is definitely something that is happening here. It feels like there's some good energies, and it feels like there's some negative energies here. I don't like that the Ten of Wands is here. It almost feels like there's definitely a bunch of things that are kind of weighing on you in this current moment, and that you are having to make some choices to keep things flowing, to keep things good. But for some reason, it feels like you are needing to protect yourself from something or someone. And it could be the potential of the people that are around you. It could be the potential of, good things that you find good, right? It might be your own impression of what things are actually good or are serving good things into your life, but maybe you aren't aware that it could be harmful. And it kind of feels like it's things about future outlooks, right? It almost feels like it's an energy that's distracting you from your potential future. Like it's a future outlook type thing. And it could be coming from people that are very like-minded as yourself. It could be coming from people that are far away from you. It could be people that are doing the same things that you are doing and have a lot of similarities to you, or have been through maybe the same path as that you're going through. But for some reason, it feels like you are being pressured to make a choice, or it feels like you feel like there's some things that you need to protect yourself from, or that you need to receive this information. Or maybe there's information that's coming to you that you need to receive. Things like that. But it feels like the information that you are receiving disrupts your work, disrupts your harmony, disrupts your good flow, so to speak. And I feel like this, external forces, these external energies, these external messages are messing with the frequencies when communicating with your higher self, or with, making more of an intuitive call or call to action, or the way that you view your future. Right? And I kind of feel like this is something that needs to be made aware of. This is something that you realize that you don't necessarily have a boundary against. And maybe this is something that you need to set boundaries for and create something that can help you. Right? Because it almost seems like you're around good things, but you can't recognize good things. Or you might be around things that you think are good that aren't necessarily that great for you. So that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on right now, is that maybe you're just not able to recognize good things. Maybe you're not able to recognize harmful things. Maybe you're not able to recognize the things that are lying to you, or the things that aren't actually giving you the information that you need to connect with, or that you need to resonate with. And once you are able to resonate with that information, it's almost like you cancel out your intuition, or it cancels out the conversation between you and your higher self to know what you need to do that's best for you. Hopefully that makes sense. But we got some oracle cards here as well. Yeah, so we got the Sun card coming out here. We've got the Snake, Shed Old Skin, and then we have Lord, Take Charge with Authority. So there are good things around you, enjoy success and happiness, but it almost feels like there is a snake in the grass here, and there is like some negative energies, or there are some things that are around you that disrupts the potential of happiness or disrupts the future of happiness, things like that, that could potentially stray you away from the things that are meant for you, that are good for you, that are healthy, that are things that you need to keep in your life. Maybe if, let's just say, for example, you have a friend that comes in and says, hey, like, I know this about that person 10 years ago and they're a bad person, and you're friends with them and you communicate with them on a daily basis and they bring a lot of good energy to your life. Maybe they've changed themselves, and you're just like, oh, they're a bad person? Well, let me just cut them out too, but they never did anything wrong to you, and they also brought you a lot of good positive energies. So it's almost like misinformation that's making you choose different choices that you're used to and not actually recognizing that you have good things in your life right now. And it almost seems like the Lord card goes along with the Seven of Wands, where it's almost like you need to create healthier boundaries. You need to create more of a firmer stance within the belief system of yourself, so that you believe what you believe in, and not being impressionable or not being someone that makes choices based off what other people are saying, and also not changing your beliefs, into what other people say or do or whatever else. It almost seems like that needs to be let go of, that needs to be shed away from you, like the tower. Allow that tower to crumble, allow that source of energy to crumble, and allow yourself to replace it with a healthier energy that could help motivate you more, communicate with your higher self, your intuition, and making healthier choices for yourself that can help build up your life and help build up your happiness and joy. So that way you can actually enjoy the things that you do have that are good in your life without viewing them in a negative light. Okay. So let's see if we can get some extra clarification on what the Lord card is saying about taking charge with authority. I think that'll be a good one to get clarification on. What does Cancer needs to know? We have the Hermit, Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Hermit's just, someone that makes sure that they are inclusive with themselves, right? They're relying on their own energies. They're relying on their own self. They're exclusively by themselves. They're hermiting, right? And I think that's the call to action here, is to kind of cancel out the noise, cancel out the energies, cancel out the distractions or the external energies that cause conflict to the frequencies, to your higher self. So that way you can get back on course. That way you can get back into making action choices for yourself. You're supposed to be living the life based off what's presented in front of you, not based off what information that you can hear about your future or about the things that are around you. This is something that you need to kind of like grow from scratch. Again, is allowing this barrier, allowing this potential of you kind of just leading yourself, leading your own path, leading your own way. You are making choices based off what's presented in front of you, living life based off the things that come at you, living a day-to-day basis instead of, living into the future, living from the past or whatever else. Like, a new day is presented to you every single day, and you should only react to things based off how they present themselves to you. And I kind of feel like that's what's going to be happening for you, is you're changing the boundaries to that, and you changing the boundaries to the information that you receive, so that that way that you can receive the correct information that you feel called to, and that way you can go through the lessons that you're supposed to go through as well. You don't want something to derail you off the course of receiving a life lesson that is truly valuable to you, that can help you build you up to a better individual of yourself. That way that you can have more happiness and more opportunities later on down the line. So that way, maybe there's mistakes that you won't make again and again and again, you know? So, with that being said, let's see if we can get some advice for Cancer on this current situation. Way they can make the best choices for themselves. Don't give your power away. But also, with that being said, this is a good time for me to ask the daily question of, if you were any animal in the kingdom of animals, what animal would you be? It doesn't necessarily have to be a spirit animal. It could literally be anything. That being said, got the 8 of Cups flopping out here. We got the Judgment. And we got the Lovers. So you've got a brilliant connection with yourself. You've got a brilliant connection with what you want from yourself, right? You want the best for you. You want to make sure that you're serving yourself up with the best experience possible, things like that. There's something that you need to walk away from. There's something that is a resource of yours, or maybe even a person that seems to be not healthy for you, that you're not necessarily seeing very clearly. And I feel like if you were able to walk away from this particular thing or story or energy or whatever, that you're able to kind of give yourself back some more power over what you can create, over what you can do. And it also builds up your life. It builds your life up to a better standard, or a better, like, health, so to speak. And you're able to give back to yourself more. You're able to give yourself more energy of control, more energy of desire, more energy of freedom, things like that. You're free to create what you want, and you don't have to depend on anything. You don't have to depend on another person or thing. You can depend on your connection with yourself. And that's the way it should be, right? Depending on you to make your life great. And I think you can do that. I think you can rework that chemistry back to what that's supposed to be like. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you resonate with this energy. There's something around you right now that is not necessarily the greatest for you, and that you can make a change to make sure that you are seeing the beauty in life the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, with that being said, hopefully that resonates. Thank you so much for being here, Cancers. I love you all so, so much. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop them down below in the comments, and I'll be sure to respond. But until the next reading, take care. Bye.